Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because in this video, I continue our Decorate With Me Christmas series for 2022. I'm taking you along as I decorate my house for Christmas home tour this year, and I so far have shared with you the main Christmas tree, where you guys seem to really have loved that tree, the bowl garland above the mirror, which was one of my favorite DIYs that we've done, and then also the fantastic wreath that is going to be here in my dining room with all the beautiful ornaments to match the bowl garland. If you have not seen the previous 3 episodes, I'm going to link them in the description box below so you guys can catch up with the Decorate With Me Christmas 2022 series. But in this episode, I'm going to share with you how I decorate a super beautiful, really easy Christmas tree for my dining room for my Christmas home tour. This beautiful Christmas tree is jam-packed with picks and florals and even ivy, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy how easy it is to put a beautiful Christmas tree together for any room in your home. And then also I want to let you know there's 1 episode left, and that's going to be all about the table here in the dining room, how to set a beautiful table for Christmas, and that's coming out very soon. After that, the Christmas Home Tour 2022. So if you are enjoying this Christmas Decorate With Me series for 2022, be sure to give this video a thumbs up because it really helps the channel. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because you will not want to miss any of the upcoming videos for Christmas. We still have a lot to come, you guys, so be sure to turn the notification bell on so you are notified and you can watch these videos first. Are you guys ready to put a beautiful Christmas tree together step by step? Let's watch. Alright, so to decorate this beautiful Christmas tree here in my dining room, the first thing I want to do is add some ribbons, and I'm going to use the same lame back, beautiful velvet one, and then also some of the plaid one that we used on the wreath and all throughout the room. So what I'm going to do is super simple. You guys have seen me do this before. So I'm going to do 1 single loop because this is a 4-inch wired ribbon, and remember that I always like to have all of my tools at the ready. So you do 1 single loop and then you attach this real quick by twisting like this. So you're gonna have 1 loop like this, and we're gonna start right here on the front. Let me get my sleeves ready. All right, so I'm gonna stop right here on the top. I'm gonna grab my wire and swirl it all the way around this tree right here. And then what you want to do is you want to give it a little bit of give, and then you're going to create a loop like this, and then you're going to do it again. So give it a little bit of body, go down again, and then create another loop right here. And so that's going to give us 2 loops, and I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to dovetail. Actually, on this one I'm going to cut it as slant. Remember, if your ribbon is 4 inches and wider, just cut it as slant. There's no need for a dovetail. I was telling you guys when I made the wreath that this ribbon is going to retire this year because it's pretty old, and I'm trying to use what I have, which I encourage you to use what you have already. If you have to invest, then invest in a good quality ribbon, because this ribbon I used in my mom's home tour. If you guys remember, that was 2019, 20, 21, 22. So that's over, and I already had used it once. So I've used it for 4 years. So it's a good quality ribbon, so that lasts longer, right? So I'm gonna come over to this side. I'm gonna go 1 step down, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm going to grab one of those bristles and give myself a loop and a tail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do another loop right here. I'm gonna grab my branch and twist. And then I'm going to do yet another one right here. I'm gonna grab a branch and I'm going to twist like this, and then I'm gonna just leave this little tail right here. So that's all the one that I have left from using. So this is what I have left on my bolt. So I'm gonna cut it a slant right here. And I just wanna take a second to thank you guys so much for this wonderful Christmas season. Are you having fun? Are you being inspired? I've had so much fun so far, and I am so looking forward to the home tour, and that's coming up really soon. If you guys have not seen how I decorate my main Christmas tree, it was absolutely spectacular, and I really recommend you go check it out. And also I'll show it to you on my Christmas home tour coming up really soon. I could not be more excited. Last year's home tour, if you have not seen, you can check it out down below and somewhere here on the screen. It was all crystals. I called it a frozen Christmas. and it was all crystals, it was all white, it was spectacular. So this year we did a 180-degree turn, and we went with the most colorful pattern that I can find for Christmas, which is a plaid, a classic plaid. All right, so I'm gonna do one loop right here, and then I'm gonna do another one, and remember to kind of tie them together like that. And I'm gonna cut right here a slant. And so I have 1, 2, I'm gonna move over to this side right here. Let me grab a wire while I do that. But as I was telling you, last year's holiday tour, it's perhaps one of my favorite Christmas that I've ever done. As I told you, when I made the wreath, I used to go out decorating people's homes for the holidays, and it was perhaps my favorite job that I've ever had. And I really hope and I pray to God that, you know, in the future I'm able to have my own business. I'm putting it out on the universe in order to be able to go out and help people decorate their homes and have my own business, so I can, you know, bring the product and just help you guys if you live in the area to decorate your home. And it's always been my dream since I can remember to just do that. And I've been able to do it. I've been blessed enough to be able to do it working for others. But this year I'm putting it out, and I'm praying that I'll be able to do that in the future, because I really do enjoy decorating homes. And you know, my favorite part about when I worked at the store where I worked, we did a full makeover for Christmas, and my favorite part was the open house, because people would come and they would tour the store, and we worked so hard to get the store ready. We definitely did a full makeover. We painted the walls, we like cleared the floor, we dressed it for Christmas. I'm gonna put a few pictures here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Actually, I'm gonna link a video of a Christmas open house that we did. You guys have got to check it out. It was so much fun. You'll see the store all decked out. But what I was gonna tell you, that my favorite thing was always to hide and then to look at people's reactions, because to me, you know, I love so much what I do that if I didn't have to pay my bills, I'd probably definitely do it for free because I love it so much. But so my favorite part was to just hide and to look at people's faces when they came into the store and just loved everything that we did. So I love that job, and I really hope to be able to do it sometime again, but in my own store. All right, so I ran out of ribbon right here. I'm gonna drop that right there. So I'm gonna do a 4th loop on this one just so I don't have to cut my ribbon, even though I'm gonna pitch it. This is the last of it. And then I'm gonna cut right here at a slant. And I'm going to end right there. So far we have a lot of ribbon. That's good. I want to be able to see some of the tree. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna save my accent ribbon towards the end. So I'm gonna leave it right here. We're not doing that. We're gonna move on to branches. Let me get them all ready and I'll be right back. Keep watching. All right, so I have these long cedar branches that I'm going to introduce onto my tree, and I'm gonna just go ahead and start right here on the bottom, and this is gonna help me to elongate the shape of my tree. As you guys can see, it adds a little bit of texture. So I'm gonna go all the way here on the bottom, and then I'm gonna start going up. So I'm gonna introduce one right here, going down like this. And as you guys can see, it really does extend the shape of my tree. And I'm gonna add another one right here. And as you guys can see, I don't have enough to do all throughout the wreath, or I'm sorry, the tree. However, I have other types of these beautiful branches that are very similar. So what I'm going to do is now I'm gonna go over to this side. Remember, what happens on the right happens on the left, and what goes up must come down. So I'm gonna continue to move from one side to the next, just introducing this branch to give us a little bit of texture, because I want this tree to be very natural. It's not gonna have a lot of ornaments. Actually, it's not gonna have any ornaments, just branches and a few poinsettias and ribbons, and that's all I want for this particular tree. I dropped one, so I'm gonna go down and pick it up, and I'm gonna put it right here in the middle. So that's all I want for that. So now I'm gonna get another type of branch, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the next branch I'm gonna add is this beautiful eyes, coral looking one. And I'm gonna start right here on the bottom. And as you guys can see, when I add this branch, because it's bejeweled and bedazzled, what I'm going to do is add it at an angle so the light can really catch all of that glitter and all of those stones like that. So if you put it flat, well, the light only catches a little bit of the glitter, but if you just give it a little bit of a twist, and I'm gonna move over to this side so I can insert one right here, then it really does help it to catch the light. So I'm gonna go over here. So I'm gonna put one right here in the middle. And like I said, I wanted this tree to be a little bit more natural looking, not a lot of ornaments, because I have a lot of ornaments going on my wreath. If you guys have not seen that wreath, go check it out. It's in the garland as well. So therefore I wanted the tree to be a little bit more subdued and just have the ribbons and the few poinsettias that we're going to add with the glitter to be the main focal point on this. So I'm gonna add a few more. I'm gonna make sure that I go all the way to the top with one like this. See, and because these are so bejeweled and beglittered, you really don't need a lot of ornaments. You could add some if you wanted to. I might at the end, I'm not sure yet. But as of right now, I don't think I will, because I really do like this look of just the branches being the glittery part of my tree. All right, so I'm gonna leave this one at the end to make sure that I have something to cover the holes. So I'm gonna get all of my poinsettias ready and I'll be right back to show you that step. Keep watching. Okay, so now I want to take a second to invite you to come and join me on my Instagram for daily Insta stories, behind the scenes, and all the things that you don't get to see here on my YouTube channel. The link to my social medias are going to be down below, along with my Etsy shop in case you want to check it out. And remember, the previous episodes of this Decorate With Me series are also going to be in the description box below. As I mentioned to you before, so far in episode 1, we did a beautiful bowl garland. In episode 2, we did a beautiful Christmas tree. Episode 3 was the wreath for the window. And so now we're going to finish watching how I decorate this beautiful Christmas tree for my Decorate With Me series. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so I have some of these beautiful poinsettias. They are the exact same poinsettias that I also used on my mom's home tour. You guys, that was in 2019, and that's what's so important, to store your items well, so that way they last you. Every time that actually I'm gonna make a video on how to store your Christmas properly, because look, I've had this since 2015 and they're still looking new, but I always take really good care of those items, so that way they're gonna last a long time. But see, I'm gonna add a poinsettia right here, and like I was telling you, you really don't need a whole bunch of ornaments because all of these elements have some glitter to them. So I'm not gonna add a lot of other glittery items, and I'm just gonna make sure that these are placed in a prominent spot, so that way that light really catches the glitter and glistens really beautifully on my items that have those glitter stems. So I'm gonna add another one right over here, and at this point I'm just gonna step away from it to make sure that I am covered all throughout. I'm gonna add this guy right here. Okay, so far so good. That's how simple it really is to decorate a beautiful Christmas tree, but we're going to add the last step, and that's going to be our last ribbon, you guys. And this plait ribbon, it's so good. I was telling you when I did the wreath that I have right here, that's why I continue to say wreath, because I have it right here on my side, so I cannot stop looking at it. It's so beautiful. If you guys have not seen it, go check it out. But a good quality ribbon does really make a difference. Now remember, this is a 2.5 inch, so I'm gonna cut at an angle or a dovetail. I'm gonna put my scissors on my pocket. And also what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do tails, but the tails that I did on the wreath, they were really short. So what I'm going to do, actually I'm gonna drop it on the floor. And I wanna do some 2 bow tails. So basically what I'm gonna do is just do a few bows like this, and then I'm gonna cut a tail. And I'm gonna grab my wire. Look how important it is to have your tools at the ready. This literally, you guys, is how long it's taken me to decorate a tree, about 10 minutes. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can to be productive. I have so much to do, a tablescape, a coffee table, oh my God, it's so much, but I'm having so much fun. All right, so I'm gonna go like this, and so I'm gonna introduce this, well, I'm gonna start right here on the bottom. So I'm gonna put it right here, and basically just grab that wire and twist it into your bristle like that. See, and that's gonna give us some of this plait. We're gonna start another one, and I'm going to just cut. And you know what? Even though I like that bow there, I decided that what I'm going to do is just single loop bows. 2 things, your ribbon's gonna last you way longer because the bows are simpler, and I really do like that texture that it adds. And actually I'm gonna take that one at the end, that I'm gonna redo it, because I really do like just the simple loop bow. It really adds a lot of texture, and just make sure that you dovetail this guy right here. How long does it take you to decorate your Christmas tree? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. It really can take me from 20 minutes up to like 3 hours to decorate one Christmas tree. It really does depend on how tall and what we're putting in it. But because this doesn't have enough ornaments or a lot of ornaments, I like to add a lot of ribbons like this. And the ribbon becomes kind of part of an ornament. As you guys can see, it just adds that plaid. It gives it a few tails. It gives it some texture and movement. But I have taken up to 3 hours, you guys, to decorate a Christmas tree. It was so packed with ornaments. Oh my gosh, there was so many ornaments. And I didn't want to last that long, but I did. And it was glorious by the time we got done. And I cannot wait to share with you the, you guys remember the last year I asked for you to send me ornaments, because I'm gonna show you how to decorate a beautiful Christmas tree with all ornaments that you may already have, heirloom ornaments, your kids' ornaments. So that tree is coming up really soon. We're just getting basically started with the month of November and all of our Christmas decorating. And I am having a blast working on the house home tour for this year. And I cannot wait for you guys to see the whole house put together. I think it's going to turn out absolutely beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go right here in the middle and I'm gonna pull in as far as I can. I'm gonna twist that and look, it just adds that little touch of plaid. It doesn't really need a lot. This is too much. I feel like the bow is too much. So simple loops really do make a statement, as long as you leave this tail long, because that's what gives it that, that texture. And you guys, this ribbon was like $6. So I'm gonna use all of it. And then I'm gonna go buy more because I really love it. And I wanna have it for next year. For if we do any plaid projects, then I already have my ribbon and I don't have to be looking for it. And I'm looking at the wreath right now, you guys. It turned out so beautiful. It has so much of this ribbon and all these ornaments. It was just so nice. And it really does help if you dovetail your ribbon. All right, so I'm gonna go over to this side and I'm gonna add one maybe right here, and just make sure that you go all the way in on the branch and then let it dance out like that and just let it curl like that, and it gives it some texture. And I feel like we need one right here on the top. I'm gonna add a few more and I'll show you the end result, so keep watching. All right, so we are done adding all of the ribbon and all of our picks and florals. And so I have this last one that I'm gonna go ahead and add because, well, I don't want it to just stay there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right here in the middle and just give it a little bit of a spin so the light catches onto it. Sometimes when I'm decorating a tree, whether it's here at my house or a customer's home, I just talk to myself and remind myself of the steps. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to add to this Christmas tree is some ivy, you guys. I love adding ivy to all of my projects because it really adds that wild factor to it. Look what this is going to do. So I'm gonna start right here and I'm gonna go kind of sideways like this, and I'm just gonna add it like that and let it latch on to something like this, and it gives it that extra wild. I have 4 stems, so I have to be very diligent on where I place it. So I'm gonna go over to this side and I wanna continue that motion. So I'm gonna go the same way that I added the other one, but I'm gonna go 1 step up. I'm gonna add this guy right here. I'm just gonna fold it down like this. Make sure that I fluff all of this ivy. And see how it just gives it so much more texture. I love ivy. It is perhaps one of my favorite greeneries to work with. In this year coming up, we're gonna be doing a lot of fresh florals. I'm gonna teach you everything that I know, that I learned in the industry with fresh flowers, and we're gonna be using a lot of ivy. All right, so I'm gonna go now over on this side, going down, maybe right here in the middle. And I'm just gonna add it like that. And I have a lot of it on the wreath, so it's right here and the tree's right here, so it really makes sense for both of them to be covered in ivy. All right, so I'm gonna give this a fluff real quick and I'll show you the end result. Keep watching.
Well, do you see how easy it is to decorate a beautiful Christmas tree step by step? You guys, all you have to do is follow these easy steps and you too can have a gorgeous Christmas tree in any room in your home. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up because that really helps the channel. And don't forget to check the rest of my Decorate With Me Christmas series for 2022, and stay tuned for the Christmas home tour. Is coming very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and as always, you can watch more videos right now. Until next time, bye.